Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's race. As you can see, it's pretty damn wet, and I hope we're not gonna have a carnage. But other than that, welcome guys. I find it really interesting to be here again. Yet another week, yet another race. But it's raining at Laguna Seca. With me, I have Mr. Dowling himself.
Hello, hello, hello.
How you doing, my man?
I'm good, thank you very much.
All
How
right.
are we? How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, man. So last week you weren't here. A quick review, a quick, look back at the race. It was an interesting race. We had a good finish at I forgot the name. Mount Panorama. That was the name.
I hear there's a pile up on turn one. Not turn one, lap one.
Yeah, it was. P1 and P2 almost crashed, and then the race from there on was really interesting to see. I don't know if you have watched it back on YouTube, but I would recommend watching that, especially the ending again, where we were able to watch a nice fight, which is always nice.
I caught the end on my phone in work, so I managed to see the last. What was it, like 15 minutes they were battling or pushing each other hard for P4? P5 was it?
Yeah, something like that indeed. It was amazing, man. It was wonderful to see, and it was amazing to cast as two drivers were going at it for, I think, more than 10 minutes straight on. Yeah, it's low. I need to put him a little higher. I don't know why the volumes keep changing. They keep always changing back up, and they're getting louder, and so I always have to do a test on the go. So yeah, that's why. So now we are in the qualifying. 14 minutes left to go. It's raining really hard, and the quick guys, as expected, Crossman in the Porsche. We expect good stuff from him. But from last week and the 4 weeks in the past, I've seen a quick qualifying guy, who is having a lot of trouble in the race himself. Maybe it's the patience, maybe it's just keeping cool. I don't know what it is. But most of the time he has, steady pace, good pace in the qualifying, but then in the race he makes mistakes or he gets punted off. Unlucky. You joining endurance race, Burak? Yeah, I am. We are. Boom and I are gonna race.
Oh, you guys, huh?
Yeah, we did practice. We're still practicing though. I still need to improve on the lap, on my laps.
You were pretty quick earlier in that lobby.
I was.
Well, I say you were about a second and a half quicker than me, and I was.
Yeah.
I was trying really hard. But I only decided today that I was going to do it.
So are you teaming up with someone?
I am teaming up with Dasthar, otherwise known as Oscar, and Fozzie, another one from Sidemax. So I think we're having a go in the Aston Martin, the new one.
Ah, sweet. So Boom and I are gonna drive in the Porsche, which is that was the McLaren. It's gonna be Van der Woude or Hillebrand. By the way, Hillebrand had an amazing race last week. So I'm seeing that the chat is talking about Saturday. Guys, I'm really hyped about Saturday. If you want to see a scuffed up commentating team race and punt off everyone, yeah, feel free to be here Saturday. I have been practicing a lot. I've never practiced a track this much for a race and this serious. I'm driving a Porsche, which I never drove before in race pace, right? And I'm doing it, guys, and I'm doing it. I drove a 2:19.6 in a race, and for me, that's incredible. That's even faster than the Lexus. So yeah, it's crazy how you can improve just to keep driving. Yeah.
But in terms of tonight, who have you got your eye on now? Since we're halfway through qualifying, we're not sure yet whether it's going to be raining for the race. Perhaps it'll dry up a bit. But yeah, who's you one to watch tonight?
I'd say I want to keep an eye out for the positions 5, 6, and 7. Like 5 to 10 is gonna be really interesting, I hope, because last week those numbers were magical. Those guys were giving us a real fight. It was really enjoyable to watch them, and I still remember how those two were fighting. It was not a spectacular fight, but it was a fight, and they were just chasing each other, giving each other a race that both of those drivers were deserving. And I'm talking about Hecklander, but he right now is struggling, and he's not even up there. He's not even close to being fast as what I'm seeing right now. I can't even see what position he is. He's 15. He's position 15. Is that him? No, it's not him.
Yeah,
was it Hecklander?
P15. Was it?
No, I'm looking at the wrong guy. Hang on. Where is he?
Was it Norback?
It's not Van der Woude, but the other McLaren. Teammate of Van der Woude. Hillebrand. 26 even. I don't think he has a fast lap set yet. Maybe he's gonna put one in right now. But as you can see, he's struggling a lot. I don't think he practiced in the wet. I don't think he practiced in the wet at all. We're seeing Dominic. Dominic has been practicing today a lot. I haven't watched his stream. He must be streaming right now. If you guys want to see this guy drive as he is going off. Yeah.
Strikes again.
True. So, I think he changed cars though. Oh, by the way, some information. There are new drivers in the league. Let me get their names. Real quick.
Have you got them?
Where is... Oh, here it is. No, wait. Hang on. Here it is. The names are... so 2 new drivers in the league tonight. 90 is telling me Niels van de Koekolt. It's a Dutch driver. I assume it's a Dutch name. In the Porsche, in the Pro class. So we might see some interesting stuff from him. And that's gonna be Niels van de Koekolt. Let's see where he is driving. Maybe we can find him. And it's gonna be Rasmus Andreasen. Rasmus Andreasen. We're just gonna call you Rasmus, okay? In the V8 Aston, and he is in the silver class. So let's see how these guys are doing. So Niels van de Koekolt is actually in first place right now in the orange Porsche, guys. In the orange Porsche, and he's driving a 128.8, which is amazing. This is the new guy. This is the guy that we need to go. Apparently, we need to keep an eye on him. Apparently. Chris Crossman, 128. 9, and as I'm saying this, I am having, or we are having a new follow. Thank you for licking my face and being so weird. Racing is life too. Quite a good time, I assume. Alright, Pavlicek is going to go out of the pit lane. He's going to go for a lap as well. 6 minutes on the clock. Lucas Kreuzer is now... where is he? He's struggling with a 129.3, which is not as fast as we like him to see. But yeah, Niels, the new guy in the block, is putting up a show. Alright, where is Rasmus? Rasmus, he is in the silver class. Let's see if we can find him. Okay, here he is. He's in 30th position in the Aston Martin in the silver class, which is, you know, in the middle, I think. Let's see.
Yeah, he's going nearly a second quicker on his current lap than his best time so far. So
let's go on board. Oh my god, a lot of rain here.
Yeah, he moved up to 25th on that lap, but he's definitely got a bit more time in him there.
All right. Yeah, he gained 5 positions, so which is, you know, it's decent, it's good, and he is actually in front of Van der Woude, which we know is a decent driver in the league. Yeah, promising guys, promising new guys in the league. So let's see, Pavlicek, 3rd place. That's not something that we have seen from him that often. Pavlicek doing good stuff here in the BMW. He might have picked up the pace as their track is really wet. As you can see, the fast corners here are now turned into slow corners, and it looks like he's having a little bit of oversteer in that corner, but still it goes nice and tight. How is this gonna go? The curves might be slippery here. Now he goes uphill. Let's see how the next corners are gonna go, because the next corners are gonna be devastating if you make a mistake here. I think, oh, this is what I meant. Almost touches the sand here, which is going to cost you a lot of time. And Kukelt indeed improved on his lap time with 128.7. Alright, Pavlicek lost a second on his time. Crossman now, he might improve his time. Those two guys are really not that far apart. Crossman now going even with his own lap time.
And Helbig is up into P3 now in the Ferrari. So he's not really far off the top 2 either.
True. Well, there's a big... I'd say there's a big difference with 1 and 3, but 1 and 2, or I mean 2 and 3, that's not really a big gap. Now remember, wet conditions, mistakes are made really fast and easily. If your setup is not good, you're always going to fight your car, and that's not really good. So, Jens Kaiser, 6th position. Josh Morris, 7. Marcel Fusey, 8. Josh Cornelius, 9th. Tristan Bullwinkle is 10th position. Well, I think Tristan Bullwinkle is putting up a steady, you know, a steady race for himself. In this whole season, he is doing pretty steady in the 10th position, and he is there, right? Like, he can be there, but I think with a little bit more pushing, he might be able to be in the top 10 actually. But I think Tristan Bullwinkle is someone that we need to keep an eye out for as well. As we're seeing that, Hecklander takes that 10th position. Let's go back a little bit more. And let's see at the back with the amateur class. Let's see, Noldner is 21 position. Have fun, guys. We'll check you later.
Sam Cairns up in, where is he? 19th? He's been putting in some practice this week, so I don't think he was expecting it to be wet though.
No.
He's done a hell of a lot of dry practice, but I haven't seen him do much wet. And didn't he qualify like close to the top 10 last week? Which is like mega for an amateur driver.
Yeah. Actually, I had an interview with him, and he was telling me that he wanted to actually, you know, get himself a promotion into the leagues, and he wants to show race control that he is not in the right class. So we can see a lot from this guy, and you know, he's gonna maybe put up a show, but maybe that means that he's gonna overdrive himself, because that's what he actually does a lot. He you know, he has good pace, but then he makes mistakes and ruins his race for him. So I hope he's gonna have a good one this time, especially in the rain, as we have 1 minute left on the clock. Marcel Fusey is gonna improve on his lap time by almost a second here, and that's gonna put him in first position, if that's correct. Oh, it's gonna be really close, but he's gonna be in front of Chris Crossman. No? Yes, it is. That's a 1:28.3, which is the fastest lap time. And Marcel, out of the blue, out of nowhere, is putting a fast lap time here. I think everybody is just struggling with these wet conditions. Even Lucas Cruiser is in 8th position. Behind him is Dominic, which I think Dominic is going to be insanely happy with that time. As I said, Dominic put in a lot of effort in this track. And he did practice a lot. Now I'm seeing a lot of greens in those last moments of the qualifying. And we might actually see some improvements here and there. But for now, it's going to be like this. It's going to stay like this. Oh, Niels van Koekelt. Niels actually loses it, but has a third place in this qualifying.
Yeah, it looked like he was on pace to perhaps go on the first front row of the grid then if he'd kept it together, but obviously just overdriving the car, looking for that extra time in the end.
Where is Anti-Turi? That's a good question. Stijn Everink, 16th position. Lewis Muir, 17. Philippe Genoda, 18. Fernandez, 19. Spears, 20. Eckstein, 21. Hillebrand, 22. Hillebrand in a McLaren, which had an amazing race last week. We might see a good race from him this time again. I'm looking for him, but I can't find him actually. Kai Pachas in 32nd position. And Rasmus is now in 29. Where is he? Anti-Turi, I can't see the name.
Yeah, so is he actually present tonight? Nope.
He isn't?
Doesn't look like it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he is. All right, let me quickly show you guys the timetable, and we will talk about that as we go. I have to do this and then this. Yes. All right, so sector times. If we're looking at the sector times, Fusey is having a 23.1, and Crossman is having this almost the exact same sector time there, which is interesting to see. Now he loses 2/10 in the second sector time, and then he loses another 10th in the third sector time, and that's going to put him behind of 2/10 of a second. Crazy how close this is. It's only, well, let's say it's 2/10, but how do you think that Crossman is going to put that pressure on Fusey? Is that a consistent lap time of Fusey, or because I didn't see Fusey like Fusey is a top contender. Yes, he is a pro driver, but he's not all the way up there, right? He's not like, we haven't seen him here often at all. Like, this is the first podium. How do you call that? A pole position from him.
Yeah, he's I think he normally doesn't manage to get it quite high up in qualifying. I think his 1 lap pace is normally a bit off. And then he always gets, that means he gets caught up in these mid-pack incidents that we sometimes have when the race starts. That really puts you on the back foot. So perhaps he's found some 1 lap pace, and now he can actually show us what he can do from the start, the front of the grid, and see if he is actually able of being a top contender.
As you can see, he is one of the drivers that has put 11 laps into the qualifying. Niels only had 8 laps, which is, Fusey is going to have the advantage here. But as we're looking at the track right now, it's not raining, so we're having we're having a clear weather race. So are these guys debated? Have they been practicing on a track that is not going to be the weather forecast is going to be much different now, and we're just having a dry race, which is something I'm noticing right now. The track is optimum. Temperatures are 29 degrees on track. There is a slight wind. There is some wind on the field. So
I think we're going to see a lot of movers in this race, because obviously you're going to have the guys that were preferring the wet conditions, and now you're going to have the guys that prefer the dry conditions, perhaps working their way back through the field because they haven't managed to qualify very well.
True.
So I'm expecting a lot of overtakes in these first few laps, as everyone finds their feet again in the dry conditions, and I just hope that we don't have a repeat of the last few races where there's a safety car right at the start.
I'm gonna be doing a dance if we have a first lap without a safety car, but I think that's it's interesting. I don't think I think we're gonna see a safety car in the first few laps again, because what are the odds? You're qualifying on a wet track and now it's just dry. That means that Fusey is now going to maybe have a lot of trouble, as he might be a good wet driver, but in the dries he might fall back and he's going to get overtaken, and all the guys from the back are going to push him. Let's say Niels, he's new in the league, which means he might feel the pressure that he needs to prove himself in this first race. Schelfhout also, someone that's not particularly is known to start in the fourth position. Pavlicek, now we know that he is a decent, good driver that is really solid in his safety rating. Norbach, maybe as well. But I'm seeing a AMG at the front and 2 Porsches behind. From what I know and what I experienced is that the Porsches are pretty decent and pretty quick at the beginning of a race. So yeah, I think we're gonna have an interesting race here. Now, going further back, I'm seeing Bullwinkle and Averink. Let's see. Kaiser is in the Lexus and Averink as well. They're both gonna drive in the Lexus, and Lucas Muir as well. Some Lexuses here and there. Nathan Pierce as well in the Lexus. So you're not seeing a lot of Lexuses in the league, but they are here and they're trying to do their best.
Yeah, there's a couple of cars different further back, but I just noticed we got 7 different car makes in the top 8.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That is mad. That makes a difference to last season, where it was 4 Porsches in the top.
Yeah.
The top of the grid, and then it was the Audis, and but yeah, it's good to see some variety at the front.
So I'm seeing that Nick Walker did not put up a time. Griffin Meek did not put in a qualifying time, and Lucas Muir neither. So they're gonna maybe struggle a lot, or they're gonna have a fantastic race which we should have a look in the back and in the front.
So I think Griffin Meek is race engineering for one of the guys, and I think Nick Walker has joined race control for this race, so he's probably spectating.
Oh, okay. Which is interesting. Now that might make sense. All right then.
Apparently the title of the stream is wrong.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Laguna Seca, not Laguna Sega. But yeah, they're gonna do their rolling up lap now.
So the Sega, it's S-E-G-A?
It's S-E-C-A, and it's Laguna, as in Laguna.
How'd you spell the name wrong, huh? So S-E-C-A, right?
That is correct.
All right. Now, we've done that. Let's go back to the race. There, we're on board with Fusey, and let's watch the backside. Oh, yes. Team Norback in the house. Let's go.
It's Fusey's first race start from the front, and let's just hope he doesn't bobble it and can put on a good show for the first few laps before we get the quicker dry drivers catch him up.
I'm looking right now for Norback. Norback is in 6th position, which is a good time that he said. But he has Kreuzer behind him. He has Pavlicek next to him. Those are drivers that are not going to give that position freely. Van de Koeckelt is a new driver in the league in the orange Porsche, which is also a decent driver from what I've seen. And Ralph Owen, thanks for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Helbig also behind him. A lot of fast, stable drivers next to him. And it's not going to be easy for him. As we're going back to Fusey.
He rounds the last corner, and he's got to remain below a certain speed limit until he gets the green light, and everyone is... hopefully everyone will be on the main straight before the lights go green. Expecting big dive bombs into this first heavy braking zone. So, away we go. It looks like he's timed his jump perfectly. He hasn't lost anything out to P2, but Niels was looking for the gap down the inside there. But Fusey has managed to keep it all under control. Doesn't look like there's anything too bad going on further back right now. But yeah, he's round turns 1 and 2, and he's still in the lead, so it's going good so far. Crossman runs wide, and that opens the door for Niels to come up and challenge Fusey.
All right, as we're looking, is that Crossman? Crossman?
Niels ran wide then, so the two Porsches have run wide and are starting to trip over each other already. And Fusey is just looking calm and collected right now.
All right. Last week, we've seen Fusey had a mistake. Not a mistake, but he got punted off, and that was his race for him. But he got an amazingly satisfying comeback in the race.
Yellow flag, sector 3, yellow flag, sector 3. Safety car being deployed, no overtaking.
Sector 3, that's going to be somewhere around here. Can we see who has punted off? No, still looking good for everybody else. And let's see who's gonna hit the safety. No, not safety. Let's see who's gonna hit the pit lane here. But we're not that far into the lap actually. So the one that has to go into the pit lane No, wait, we're actually pretty close. So they can actually run into the pit lane and then come back in, so they're not going to lose that much time. And I think we're already seeing some drivers in the pit lane. Yeah, that's going to be Owen Winlock, and that's going to be Shipson into the pit lane, which I don't see a lot of damage on their car. Unless... I hope he's going to repair his car. I can't see a lot. I can't see damage on the car. Maybe the front bumper. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see if there's damage. Well, you can see some damage at the back wing. We have another car that's going to be Genoda in the pit lane.
Yeah. Owen Wenlock comes out. So 4 cars involved in that incident, do we think, or just the 3?
Yeah, something like that. I think it was a minor incident, not really that big, as the grid is not really that far from, not that far apart from each other. So let's see about the timetable. Fusey still in first. Kukols gained that position on Crossman, shelved out. Pavlicek, Norbach, Cornelius, Helbig, Tour. Dominic is still in 9th position. He did not gain any positions. And where is Kreuzer? Wait, did Kreuzer just spun off? Kreuzer back in 28th position. That's gonna be big yikes for him. No way! No way! Did he just lose that many positions? Can we see his car? Lucas Kreuzer. What's going on with his car? He has a dirty car already. And do we see damage on his car? The leading driver in this championship, in the Pro Championship, has a rough race ahead of him.
He's got some scuffs on his rear bumper. It doesn't look like anything big though, so perhaps he just perhaps he put himself off battling for position at the start.
Now keep in mind that the guy in second is not that far off. Boom, can you check? Can you look up who is the guy in second in the Pro Championship? We're gonna see a frustrated Kreuzer here. Kexel. And I don't even think that Kexel is Kexel driving today? He isn't.
Doesn't look like it.
Kexel is not here, so Kreuzer can now... Oh, there goes his opportunity to just actually gain a lot of positions on Kexel, but now he's all the way at 28th position. At the beginning of the race, we're gonna see, again, I'm gonna say this again, we're gonna see a frustrated Kreuzer. And Hillebrand...
race control. You know, the BMW was allowed to pass through the safety car to unlap himself.
Hillebrand, 11th position, has everything to gain right now, which he can come really close to the top. Well, he is a top contender, but he can come really close to Kreuzer in the championship now, which is, in my opinion, it makes everything more interesting than it already is. See you later, Boom. Krim. Almost ruined myself right there. So let's see if we can see a little bit of the pack here. Josh Morris is here. Hillebrand.
Yeah, Josh Cornelius, silver driver, is up in 7th. So I think he had a really good quality though, and he's just managed to hang on for that first lap.
True, good eyes. Alex van der Woude is struggling in the 19th position. He's driving in the dry weather right now.
Control, safety car coming in at the end of this lap. Safety car pick up pace 130.
Phil also struggling in the 21st position. We've not seen guys have major damage yet, so that is good. And we almost, Dowland, we almost finished the first round without a safety car, which is, you know, we're getting there, man.
Yeah, I mean, we were quite close to the end of that, weren't we?
Yeah, we were pretty close.
There's always next week.
There's always next week. Damn, son. Wakalowska's 30th position, he is also struggling. Everyone seems to be struggling in this week's race. And the guys that we normally see in the mid-pack, we're seeing in the front right now. Pavlicek, I'm really flabbergasted by Pavlicek as he is driving in the 5th position. Last season, he was a top contender. He was most of the time just driving, you know, behind the quick guys. And he's back there again in the BMW. I'm quite happy for him, actually.
Yeah, he started the season in a different car, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't going very well for him.
Nobody kept on going, did not change anything, and kept putting love into the BMW, and now he's receiving some love, which is, you know, it's good to have both side love. It's always nice.
So this time they won't line up in double file, and I believe Fusey can round the last corner and then start racing as soon as race control say so. I always get this safety car restart confused. Yeah, because he can just go whenever the... There we go. He's gone. He's going for it. And he's got a gap down into the towards the first corner. He's jumped the rest of the pack, and perhaps he'd been planning that from when the safety car came out to give him a bit of a buffer.
They're looking to be pretty close now. Kukold is now pretty damn at the back of Fusey. Crossman now also stable. Oh, as I'm saying that! I'm never going to say that again. He hits that. Oh, my.
He went off, but there was a big gap between him and the next driver, so he didn't actually lose that much time.
True, but look at this. We immediately get this fight going on here with the AMG and the Porsche. Niels is putting up a show in that orange Porsche here. Now comes really close in the braking zone. Comes quite dangerously. And we're almost going to finish the first lap. As you can see at the back, some other cars are coming close. Schelfhout can barely keep up, but he is still there. Now comes closer. Look at Niels going for the move on the inside, outside now. Oh! Oh, that's him! Is that Niels? Comes really new. Fresh Prince of Bel Air in the league. And he does it. He's in front of Fusey right now. On the inside. He's going to keep it tight. Is he going to keep it tight? He is. Second curb. Onto the right. And he has the position. He is on first position right now. Now, how cool would it be if Kreuzer was here?
Yeah, it'd be good to see Kreuzer battling at the front, but that was a textbook cutback move there for Niels into the last corner. Made Fusey go nice and shallow, and he was compromised on the way out the corner, and that was it. He was a sitting duck.
And you can see who's that. That's going to be Josh Morris behind Helbig. Let's see. Now, of course, we're going to keep an eye out for Kreuzer. Where is the guy that we wanted to see in the front? Kreuzer's 26th position. He gained 2 positions already. And this way we can also watch some guys at the back. As Kreuzer is someone that is easy to follow. For me, at least. And it's already getting dark, so we're gonna have a race in the dark. So from the wet to nice weather into the darkness. Scary race already, man. As he's coming close. Yeah, as he's coming close to Callum Wilson. He's gonna brake really deep here. Comes really close. Let's go on board and see how he's gonna do. And we see, oh, whoa, wait, who is that? That's going to be Helbig. Helbig spun off. No way. The Ferrari Helbig spun off. You could see him on the left. Now left, I say left, and that's the left side of the Aston, no, that's the left side of the Audi, and now Kreuzer gets a position. 23rd position now and following Eckstein.
You got a bit of a tap on the rear end then through the exit of the corner, so hopefully that hasn't caused any damage.
Now he is gonna keep following the other guys. As I'm saying, I can hear the car next to him and he's having a fight. Wait, hang on. Callum Wilson not giving up on Kreuzer. He's saying, yeah, I can drive this game as well, man. I can do the same game. We're in the same game. But now Kreuzer has a good exit, and let's go back to the front as Fusey is not going to keep up with Niels. Niels is easily having that gap for himself. Pavlicek, 4th position, as he's being followed by Chris Crossman.
He's under a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Really defensively, but it's really nice driving.
I think Pavlicek is now shaken up. He's awakening, and I think he has the feeling back of racing. He's driving Crossman, which is a top contender of this league, guys. I'm telling you, this is not piece of cake. He is putting up a show. He is putting up a fight for himself and for us to watch, actually, which is beautiful. Now, looking at this battle here, 3 guys now. The Lexus is 10th position. It's going to be Kaiser, and oh my God, that's the 2nd time a car just goes over that curb. I don't know what it is, but that curb is just killing every car there. 11th place, Bullwinkle in the Ferrari. Norbach still 6th position though.
Yeah, he's up there and he's pulling away from Josh Cornelius. And Josh Cornelius is under pressure from Hildebrand behind in the McLaren. But Josh must be loving this because he's a silver driver and he's still up there and he's like, guys, look, perhaps I should be fighting you guys on a regular basis and I can move up to pro and do this every day.
Maybe. But one race is not the other. He needs to be consistent in this and consistently show himself up here. Not to forget Stein Averik, also 12th position as a silver driver. Look at how many pro drivers he has behind him. Oh, and Kyrens is spun off. Oh, where is he? How? What happened? What happened? Let's go back 30 seconds. Maybe we can see. We're watching the Audi right now. Wait, did he not spin? I think he spun. I've seen him. I saw his name going through the list real quick, and that means that you spin. He did not spin? Interesting, he did not spin.
He's definitely dropped down quite a few positions from where he was earlier. He was up in 18th a lap ago, so perhaps he did make a mistake early on in the lap, and then obviously the second time's update throughout the lap, so perhaps he spun and recovered before we saw his name tumble down.
As Josh Morris is going to go into the inside of Hillebrand. Oh, they're coming really close now. Hillebrand on the backside. Has to give that position, and now goes into the inside. No, he doesn't. He goes back. Josh going a little wide. Oh, almost. They go back and forward, almost touching each other right now, right there. That's scary riding there. Hillebrand not giving that position that easily. He is putting up. Oh! Oh my God, I'm jinxing a lot today. As Hillebrand is losing that grip and now loses another position instead of just fighting Josh Morris. Josh Morris, 8th position, following Cornelius. Cornelius now not thinking once about giving that position. He wants to show himself. He wants to show that he can be here in front of Josh Morris. Now, Josh Morris is a driver that's fast, but I have to be sorry to say he's not really consistent. He makes a lot of mistakes, and that's maybe the Porsche. I don't know. But he's definitely going to put up a show here for us. He's definitely going to put the pressure on Cornelius. So we can expect a fight there. I'm not really sure what happened to Pavlicek. Crossman overtook him, and now he is in 5th position. I think he does not want to fight that and gives the position to have himself a safe and steady hour and 13 minutes of the rest of the race. Let's see where Niels is. Niels now having a gigantic gap for himself. We cannot see Fusey anymore on the screen in the helicam. That's gonna be scary, as Niels might be a rival for Kreuzer in the next season. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we've got another alien on our hands, because he's the only one doing 122s at the minute, and everyone's doing 124s and 23s. So he is at the minute a rung above the rest on the ladder of speed.
Let's see where Kreuzer is. Kreuzer now 20th position. He's driving at 124.3, and the cars in front of him are all slower. Let's see where he is. 20th position, and he's gaining positions pretty damn quickly now. I wonder if he has damage.
Yeah, there's not many places to overtake really on this track either. You've got the heavy braking zone into turn 1, which is probably the safest place to do it. Just on this corner here, if you can get alongside before the braking zone, then that's another place to overtake. And I'd say the last corner as well. You've got to be alongside really before you're on the brakes to make sure you can get through safely without having any incidents. So that's the thing, we've got 40-odd drivers on a really small track here today, and
that was way too close, my man. Way too close. I think his pace is way too fast compared to the cars in front of him, which is gonna offset him. He's gonna have to adjust his driving style the further back he goes, but now he's gonna have cars or drivers in front of him that's gonna be more and more compatible to defending Kreuzer. As Field is fighting Van der Woude, these two guys are now battling, but Kreuzer can't pass. As he gained another position, I think someone spun off. He loses a lot of position and ground now. Oh! Field touching, paint trading here. Van der Woude now on the outside. This is the ideal line for Van der Woude, but no, he gives that position as he's on the outside. I was mistaking myself. Now, Kreuzer on the inside. Let's go on to the other cam as... Oh, they barely touch each other. They're bailed. Oh, my God. Van der Woude gives that position nice and clean. Kreuzer now on the inside. Outside on Field. Is gonna cut back on the inside. Maybe. No, he isn't. He's gonna coast it. Now he can... No, I think in the last corner, he's gonna put the car on the inside. Let's see. He shows himself on the outside. Field defending on the inside.
He'll have a run down the straight now if he doesn't get tapped by...
Van der Woude, that was really scary. They almost, like, touch each other. It's nasty almost. Look at that damage. Not damage, but... the left side of Kreuzer, as I'm talking about it, he's on the right, on the outside. Maybe he can cut it back in. He's not going to cut it back in. Field still defending this. Kreuzer coming really close now. We're now on the back side of Field. Rain is coming, I'm getting. Rain is coming in 5 minutes, so it's not getting dark, Burak. It's getting rainy, and it's getting rainy again in 50 minutes. It's going to be pouring. We're going to have strategy changes coming up. Maybe this is the time for Kreuzer to think about what's going to happen and what he's going to do. Is he going to pit to go for the wet tires, or is he going to keep driving and get rid of all the drivers in front of him, which is going to have him, you know, an opening? But still, if you can't push the car in the opening in the wet, that's not going to gain you any ground. So this is up to Kreuzer now. What is he going to do? As there are plenty of other drivers on the track, let's see what's happening.
Josh Morris has got past Josh Cornelius, so he's in a bit of free air and catching up to the back of Norback.
Nick Walker on the inside goes a little wide. I'm all the way at the back now, 26th position. Nick Walker is actually driving. He did not have a qualifying lap. And Kyron's is cutting it back in. And these two guys are fighting now. And Walker actually the faster guy here. And Walker goes on the inside and keeps that position for himself. Nice overtaking here. Walker has to show himself here. He has to push as a pro driver he is in front of two amateur drivers. Why can I not find the words today? What's happening to me? Now Nathan Pierce in the Lexus is chasing Stein Everink in the Lexus and Lucas Muir in the Lexus. So 3 Lexus cars behind each other, which is kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, just up ahead of them, there was a bit of a collision in the corkscrew, but they've worked it out and positions have been given back to the driver that was in front at the start of that battle, and they are carrying on, but now they're under pressure from Fernandez.
Fernandez indeed. I think Bullwinkle went a little wide there, and Fernandez just took that opportunity as a teammate. He just takes it. He does not hold back. And now Fernandez is chasing Dominic. Dominic, 11th position. He lost 1 position, and he is driving a 123.9. He is having a huge pack behind him. Look at this.
Yeah, but I'm just going to interrupt you because Chris Crossman is on the back of Fusey right now, coming up to the corkscrew for Peter.
Oh, it's going to be scary. Chris Crossman, indeed, looking to have a battle for himself. Does he have the pace, though? Does he have the pace? He's half a second faster in the best lap times. He's 3/10 faster. No, he's 1 second and 3/10 faster than Fusey in the last lap. I think Fusey made a mistake here and lost a lot of ground. But Crossman is the faster guy, and we might be able to see a overtake here. The last lap time of Niels is a exact same lap time as Crossman, so they're driving the same pace here. Only Niels has the upper hand as he's just having a clear race for himself. He's just gaining position. He's 7 seconds ahead of Fusey. Unless he's gonna make a mistake in the rain, or unless he's gonna make a mistake in the rain and lose a lot of positions. I know for a fact that he's not the fastest guy in the rain. He is the fastest in the dry, but not the fastest in the rain. So we might be able to see. Oh, Knox Hope goes off in front of him. Stops on time. Does not interrupt the first guy. So coming back to the story that I was telling, he is not the fastest in the wet, guys. So we might be able to see some comebacks from Fusey, as Fusey was faster, I believe, in the qualifying in the wet.
Yeah, Chad is saying that a wildfire would be more realistic than the rain that is scheduled.
Yeah, true.
So, unfortunately, we can't organise a wildfire. Sorry, guys.
As the first drops are starting to fall on Pavlicek's window, and the wipers are turned on, and we are going to see some degradation on the tires soon, maybe, but for sure we are going to see colder tires, more sliding, more drifting, more correcting the car, which is going to slow them all down. This might be good for Kreuzer, actually, because he might have the experience to drive his car more responsible in the wet than the guys in front of him, as he's still pushing. Comes really close here at the back of Van der Rode. Has a damaged car. Look at that behind side of the McLaren there. Hey Skyvy, I see you in the chat. Welcome.
Yeah, I think Lucas made a mistake on the last lap, because his last lap was 131, and he's definitely dropped a couple of positions.
Yep, he did. He might have too much damage on his car that we do not know of, and he might repair that damage once he goes into the pit lane. That would be smart to have a clean and clean, fresh tires. Maybe he goes for the wet tires, not sure. Do you think they're gonna go for the wet tires, as in 10 minutes it's gonna start raining, and raining harder?
I think they will eventually end up on the wet tyres, but I think the temperature is pretty good at the minute. So as long as they can keep temperature in their dry tyres and puddles don't start to form, it's probably going to be quicker to stay on those dries for as long as possible, and not pit too early and then burn up your wet tyres on a only partially wet track.
Yeah, I was saying that he did not have that much damage, but looking at his car, he has a lot of damage, a lot of aerodynamical damage. I can't even pronounce that word. But look at that car, it's being torn apart. How is he still driving that? Bless the rain down in California. True. So guys that are watching in YouTube or at YouTube or with YouTube, make sure to keep an eye out for the Twitch channel as well. If you haven't noticed yet, we're also streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on both platforms. For those who are in Twitch, go have a look at the YouTube BNB live commentary YouTube channel, where we upload all of the races. So if you want to look the races back, you can watch them all in the in a nice and clean setup. Every week we post a race, and these races are something, man. It's incredible.
They're definitely feeling the rain out there. The lap times are starting to increase. It's not just people making mistakes now. Everyone's sort of in the 125s or more. So perhaps we're going to see the wet tyres come out sooner rather than later, and perhaps this is a chance for the midfield to make a gamble and get their mandatory pit stop out of the way and get their wet tyres working as soon as possible.
Oh, Crossman coming really close. He's still chasing the guy. Fusey is feeling this right now. Andre Norback, 7th position. Crossman coming really close. This is scary stuff. He might go for a overtake momentum in the last corner here, as we go to the last corner after this one. Is he gonna do it? He comes really close. Is he gonna go to the other side? No, now he goes to the other side, but still he can't do it. He's gonna stay behind him. Crossman now has the slipstream on the straight. He might go for it right now. As you can see, he's coming. He's not gaining any positions. He has to hold, maybe coast. No, he isn't. Is he gonna go for the outside, inside? What is he gonna do? He tries to outbrake. Maybe steer in on the inside. His car is there, but Fusey is gonna close it, as you can see. And this is some scary driving from Crossman. He is doing the boom on him. The boom tactic. Stay close behind him and he will make a mistake. But Fusey is a, I'm gonna say it again, top contender. So, I don't think he's gonna make that mistake quite soon.
He's definitely proving that he belongs up towards the front right now. He may not be as quick as the guys around him, but he is putting on a defensive show, and he's getting the job done at the minute, as we just go under 1 hour remaining.
True, and if you're looking behind you, you can see that the cars behind are closing up on them. Oh! Is he going to keep that position? Oh, he has to give it. And that's going to be the opportunity for the guys in the back to come close. Or closer. I think Crossman is now going to be gone, or he's going to have... Or Fusey's going to be lucky. Now, Fusey goes into the pit lane as he understands that the car is not behaving like it should be. That's the boom tactics. Indeed, Boom. That's the boom tactics. Stay close behind him and he will make a mistake. As we saw, he made a mistake.
Yeah, but did Fusey decide then, I'll try my braking zone the same this time round, and if it doesn't work, then I think it's time for the wet tyres.
Yep, and he's not the only one. Shelved out also going into the pit lane. Let's see, Pavlicek now chasing Josh Morris for the 3rd position. Josh Morris now, wait, hang on, Josh Morris 3rd position?
Yeah, so I think 4 people in front of him dived into the pits in that lap to fit the wet tyres, because the lap times are increasing. 127 being the best lap time round on the track. The people behind are doing 128s, 129s, so perhaps they've reached the crossover period, because they were doing 128s roughly in the wet just now. So yeah, I think they know what's up, and that perhaps it is time to strap on those wet tyres.
I'm wondering if the wet tires are going to help them out. Yes, it is going to rain harder in a bit, but we'll have to see, as the track is most of the time just standing on the green. It's green right now, and it's going to keep raining in the next 15 minutes as well. I don't think we're going to see a dry race if it keeps up like this.
Josh Morris still stays out this time round, so perhaps he's feeling it's fine for the dry tyres for now, and he's not confident in the wet tyres yet.
Cornelius has been overtaken by Norbak. Norbak 5th position now, and he's having a clean car, no damage, and a promising race for himself. He can actually do a bunch of stuff in this race, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see this race with Norbak, as he's chasing Pavlicek, and I think he's gaining on Pavlicek, isn't he?
He was 4/10 off last lap, but obviously this rain is affecting the timings now. So perhaps when it was a bit dry, he was definitely catching. It's good to see Josh Cornelius still up there, silver driver, and his nearest competitor in the silver class is I've lost him now.
Indeed, I agree on you with that, Noit. It will be interesting to see if Fusey took wets. We're gonna see that in the lap times. I think he's gonna put in. Not sure what times not sure what time you can put in the wet in the wet conditions with a wet tire. I think it's gonna be around 125-ish, 4, 5.
I think in quali they were doing 128s by the end, so
I don't think those were wet tires. Maybe 126. We'll see. We'll have to see. Because Niels is now driving a 130. He's definitely too much slowing down, and he's gonna, as we said, he is not the fastest driver in the wets. And Crossman now 8.7 seconds behind him, and we will actually see Crossman coming closer every time in every lap for about a second. So in 8 laps, in about 8 laps, 6 to 8 laps, we will be seeing Crossman at the back of Niels. If Niels is not going to go for wet tires. Niels is definitely not good in the rain. He is struggling. His lap times are 130, and Crossman's lap time are 128.7 in the last. We're definitely seeing Crossman coming closer real fast here. My predictions were right. Josh Moore's 3rd position now. He is overtaking a blue flagger. Where's Dominic? I think Dominic went into the pit lane and changed his tires, as I'm not seeing him in the top right now. Harry Spears behind him in the AMG. These guys are having a battle on their own for the 10th position. Is that Lucas Kreuzer in 12th position, guys? It is. Lucas Kreuzer, 12th position. But he still has the pit.
apparently if we look at fusies on board, it should, some cars tell us if they're on the wet or on the dry tyre, so some insider information there.
Where's Fusey?
20 seconds.
Let's see if we can see if he has wet tires. The way he's driving right now, it's telling me that he has wets because he doesn't have oversteer that much. Maybe the tires need to be on temperature. But as you can tell, the car is driving like a front engine car and is not overdriving or oversteering. I think he has wets for sure.
Yeah, but he's done a 131.6. I know he wasn't as quick as Niels up front, but Niels is still doing 130.3. So he's just waiting. Perhaps he knows his perfect crossover point, and it just hasn't arrived yet.
Crossman actually not that fast as I assumed to be. He is slower. No, he's still faster. Wait, last lap time of Niels 136. What happened there? Crossman now came 3 seconds closer to Niels. I think Niels made a mistake here. And he's really struggling, guys. He is really struggling. He has to do something real quick, or he is gonna have Crossman breathing in his neck.
He is sideways out all these corners at the minute, Niels. He's yeah, I think it's time he straps on those wet tires and can try and get back to it. Because
he's not gonna keep this up.
he does not look comfortable whatsoever now, and it's just, you know.
Also, he's driving behind Norback now. That might slow him down a little bit.
Norback's just come out of the pits, I think, so perhaps Norback's got wet tyres on, and as you can see, Norback looks a lot more controlled. In that
Yeah, man. Yeah, you are totally right. And there he goes into the pit lane. Now we might be able to see how long does a normal pit stop take. Oh, and he hits the wall there.
Driver penalties. 5-second penalties to driving standards to number 42, number 5, and 121.
Are we going to see the tires being changed? Crossman is also going into the pit lane. Now they're behind each other. Holy smokes, look at this. The two guys are behind each other. Now Niels is probably going out of the pit lane faster. 5 seconds, I assume. If Crossman moves quicker... Wait, Crossman going back and forward?
Race control. 15-second time penalties are causing a collision to 14, 21, and 444. Drive-through penalty for causing a collision to number 3.
Conditions are saying worse weather. It's going to be thundering and the track is now wet, so they have to go on the wet tires. And there is Niels going off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It doesn't look like Crossman is getting
8,
in pit box.
9, 10. Crossman is no. Crossman, no. Crossman, what are you doing? Crossman, keep going. No, Crossman. No. Oh, what's happening, man?
Josh Morris is having issues as well. He can't get his pit box either.
Now he's out. Josh Morris is out. Crossman is making major mistakes here. Come on, Crossman! There he goes! Oh, no way, that's gonna be the race for him! Oh, it was so damn close! Oh, man, alright, where is Niels? Where is Niels? Niels still in first position, as we can see. That's amazing.
Back up to second, so it's worked out for him. He went in at the right time and has kept... It looks like a similar gap to what it was before he dived into the pits.
Which is weird.
This is race control. Warning for driving standards 99 and 81.
Yeah, you say it's a bit weird there, but Niels did lose a huge chunk of time in that last lap. He was out, didn't he? His lap was like 8 seconds than the lap before. Slower, so looks like Fusey went at the right time. We just hope now that perhaps he didn't go too early and has done some damage to those wet tires before it was optimum for him.
True. In the chat, Boom is playing, is seeing, hey, Power, welcome, by the way, pit failure, and the shit happens, that's correct, but that's going to be the race for him. Hildebrand, now 5th position in that McLaren, he's going to put up a show for us. Who is he chasing? He's chasing the silver driver, Cornelius. Who's 4th position, by the way? Hello? Silver driver in 4th?
Perhaps we found his preferred conditions, as in wet as hell.
True. Now, where... Oh, Phil has a penalty on his sleeves right now. I think he's not going to be happy with that. Dominic, 12th position. He is falling behind a little bit. Nick Walker, 11th position. That's where I would prefer him to see. He did do his pit stop already, so he does not have to worry about that either. Now it's up to Phil Walker. Now it's up to Walker to keep pushing that gap. He has Nathan Pierce in front of him, which is a silver Lexus driver. That shouldn't be a big problem for him either. He is 4 seconds behind that, and then there are small gaps, a couple of seconds. So Nick Walker with a 132, he is pretty quick, quicker than the guys, or as quick as the guys in front of him.
Do you remember where Nick Walker started?
All the way at the back. All the way at the back. All the way. Where is Kreuzer? Kreuzer all the way back at the 19th position. He did has his pit stop, and as you can see, he has a clear looking car now. He did repair his car, so let's keep an eye out for the lap times that he's going to put in. And in front of him is Owen Wenlock. Owen Wenlock,
Otherwise known as the Wenlock Terrier.
and these two are going to have a battle in a bit, I think, as Kreuzer is coming pretty damn close.
Yeah, no, Owen is definitely a quick driver. He's been winning a lot of the Ground Zero open lobby races through the week around here.
Whoa!
So he definitely does not like the wet conditions, though. That is for sure.
Now Kreuzer still close. Close enough to be in the slipstream. Has a good exit here. Is going to come really close. Is going to show himself on the inside. Outside. What a great maneuver here. But Nick still on the inside. And is he going to turn back into the inside? He is going to try. But Nick Walker closes the doors. Hold the door, he says. Hold the door. And now they keep going. In front of them is a Ferrari. It's going to be a Hellbig, which might have damage, so he's not going to be as quick unless he repaired his car.
So Boom is saying Josh Cornelius will jump to P2 in the silver standings if he survives this race.
That's incredible, actually. Oh, Kreuzer, keep it. Oh, he keeps it. Ah, the temperatures might not be there for him as the car is still wiggly wobbly all over the place. And now he loses ground to Owen Wenlock. Owen Wenlock can have a breather right now, and he's going to have to settle down as he now knows. He now knows that Kreuzer is not on optimum track temperature for himself. He's not on optimum drive conditions, and he's having struggles as Owen Wenlock now makes a mistake. Oh, Kreuzer now goes around, and that's going to be Owen Wenlock. Owen Wenlock was not able to ground himself and goes off. Kreuzer just did the boom tactic there. Somehow it worked. 18th position for Kreuzer. Kreuzer now needs to keep pushing. He does not want to end up above top 10. Below top 10, I'm sorry. Dominic, 12th position. Nick Walker, 11th position. Nathan Pierce is now in 10th position. Bullwinkle, 9th. Josh Morris drops down to 8th position after the pit stop. Jens Kaiser, 7th position. Andre Norbach is fighting Hillebrand, I think. Yeah, no, that's not Hillebrand.
So Jens has just overtaken Norbach.
Which is incredible, actually. Now Hillebrand is keeping up and putting up a pace that is, I think, unseen. He's driving a 134.3, which is, considering overtaking Kaiser, still pretty fast, and he is now chasing. I think that's gonna be... Hang on. Maru should give him that position. That's correct. Awesome commentary. Thank you, Power. We're doing our best, man. I still don't think we are where we need to be with commentary. But still, I'm trying to improve, guys. Now let's keep a look at the back. Alex van der Raude, 29th position in the McLaren, is struggling a lot. Although he's driving a 133.8, which is a pretty decent lap time. Sebastian Kunze goes into the pit lane. That's going to be his mandatory pit stop. Yes, as the last guy on the track with the mandatory pit stop, he's pretty damn late. Marcus Noltner now here.
And Sam Cairns finds himself in 25th position, and he's probably thinking to himself, hang on, I'm not normally here, because he's got two amateur drivers right in front of him now, and he's normally leaving the rest of them behind.
That's true. Oh, who's that? That was an Audi. Was that Eckstein? As my headphones die on me, the sound that you hear might change. Guys, I'm not sure about that one. You need to let me know about that. Did the sound change at, like in the last 10 seconds? Nope. Okay, then it's just me. My headphones died on me, so now I'm hearing myself really awkward. I got rid of the one ear cup, so I can now hear myself and not hear myself and kind of hear myself. It's awkward to explain. Sorry. Anyways, I wanted to talk about the pit stop of Crossman. Crossman now is in. Wait, where's Crossman?
He's down in P14, unfortunately.
Crossman down in P14, indeed. Look, he's having like the fastest lap time of them all the way up to P4. No,
P3.
Well, he has almost the fastest lap time. I can tell you that. Pavlicek now in second position is chasing Niels. The gap between those two is, I think, 6 seconds? 12 seconds. 10 seconds it is. 9, 8, 6, 5. What is it? 14 seconds it says here.
Uses race control. 15-second penalty, causing a collision to 81.
Where's Kaiser? Someone is saying about Kaiser. Wait, what about Kaiser? Kreuzer out? What? Did Kreuzer get in the pit lane again? No, right? Kaiser, 5th position. Jens Kaiser. He's doing an amazing job. In the Lexus. Slides a little bit here. As he passes the McLaren, I think that's going to be Alex van der Raude. Pavlicek 2nd position though. Like, hello? Chat?
Yeah, the BMW, so that front-engined car doing wonders in the wet.
Does no one notice this guy? Like, 2nd position, hello? And he is on his own.
And he's on the same pace as the leader as well, so perhaps he can extract a bit more time there. There's 40 minutes remaining. Lots can happen in that time, but he's in a prime position there to perhaps mount a challenge for the lead.
Let's go on board with Niels and see how he's driving his car. Let's go on the dash. Cockpit? Yeah. Let's see how he's driving. Let's see how the car is being maneuvered. If the car is stable. Maybe from that we can tell if he might make a mistake or overshoot. And as we're talking about it, he takes this corner pretty damn awkwardly.
Yeah, he broke really late there.
And loses time. Oh, in front of him, Cairns loses. That must be scary, man. That must be scary for Niels. Oh! This is it! This is it, guys! Oh my god, he loses it! He loses it, and where is Pavlicek? Pavlicek now almost at the same corner. Pavlicek will be able to smell that Porsche. Now he's pretty damn close. Niels has no moral whatsoever. Lost the car there, and is gonna hope that Pavlicek is not gonna come any closer. The gap is still somewhat about, I'd say 5-6 seconds. But he lost a lot of time there, losing that car.
Yeah, gap is now 7.9, and just checking the weather, and this rain is going to be here for at least the next 15 minutes, if not longer. So the track is going to get wetter and wetter, and puddles look like they're starting to form and perhaps catch even the top guys out.
Was that Pavlicek behind him? So I'm looking at the backside of the orange, nice looking Porsche, by the way. Is that Pavlicek or is that a Aston Martin? I can't tell.
That is a lapped car. Pavlicek should now, on many of the straights, see a bright orange beacon of hope.
It's race control. 15-second penalty for causing a collision from car number 95.
Josh Morris just picked up a 15-second time penalty for causing collision. Not sure where that happened, but you know, he can still make something good of the race.
Is that a hammer? What is that emote? Is that a hammer? Will a poor hammer make a difference in this weather, though? BOP? BOP? What's BOP?
Balance performance. So basically, the GT3 cars, obviously, they're all made to a specific specification for the series, but then some cars better than others, and then balance performance is just sort of trying to make every car do the same sort of times over the race. So cars that are normally a bit slower in the dry might perform better in this wet conditions, and it sort of evens out the field a bit. So perhaps that's why we're seeing certain cars a bit further up than normal.
Interesting. All right, so where is Pavlicek? 7 seconds still. Niels is driving 133.3 in the last round, and Pavlicek just stable in the 133s, and he even picked up a couple of hundredths of a second on his lap time. We can now tell that Pavlicek is a alien in stability and consistent driving. Niels is the faster guy, but he makes mistakes in the Porsche, so it's all the way down to the last second of this race. I don't know. It's hammer time, baby. Hit the nail on the head there. Yeah, it looks tight. Thank you for his extra eye there.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
Fusey has just dropped from the top 10. Josh Cornelius is now in P3, and Fusey is in 10th place, and is under pressure from Josh Morris, so he is falling down the order fast now. Has he run out of that top contender's pace, or has he just made a silly mistake?
Ooh, did you see that Audi there? Whew. That Audi was, whoa, I think that was a scary Audi there. Josh Morris now looking for a outbrake maneuver. I didn't see any outbraking zones here. I don't think this is a overtaking opportunity at all in this race, as Morris is going wide and the Audi is almost looking in the inside there. Morris now loses a little bit of pace, as Fusey is having a pretty decent stable car here in the AMG. Hillebrand 9th position, he did fall back a little bit. And behind him are the guys coming pretty close. Oh! Did you guys see that on your screen? Josh Morris? Who was that? Was it Field? It was Field. with already a penalty. Josh Moore's 15 seconds penalty. Also, what happened there? Let's go back 30 seconds we might see. And as I'm saying 30 seconds, I think the Aston Martin almost spun off there. So right now we're looking at field in the Audi. Oh, hits the curb and they both spin, but Josh Morris kept it going on, but Field loses it. Was not ready for that oversteer there. And look, maybe it will show on the screen. The Aston Martin lost it there as well. That was a scary, scary turn, guys.
And Nick Walker now up into 7th place, as chat have just said. It looks like 7th, 8th and 9th position is going to be a nice battle. So Nick Walker actually up into 6th now. He's passed someone in the pit lane.
True, Crossman now overtaking, I think that was Fusey in the AMG. I'm not sure, that must be Fusey. Nope, that was not Fusey. Who was that? That was Nathan Pierce, that was Harry Spears. And now the next guy is Nathan Pierce. And I think Crossman is a little bit angry, but now comes back into the race and picks up the pace. He does not have to worry about Josh Morris. The only guy that he needs to worry about right now, it's Nathan Pierce that's in front of him. And he is putting up the pressure. Let's go back to these guys, as you guys would love to see this. And I think Tristan Bullwinkle is having some trouble with the internet there. I'm not sure what's happening there.
Literally just said, as I noticed it, the gap between Niels and Pavlicek is now 3.3 seconds. As the update as he goes across the line. Let's have a look.
Yep, you can definitely see him now. There, Kyron's is in between them. Kyron's needs to let Pavlicek pass, but that's Pavlicek on the screen right there, guys. He's pretty damn close. For half a race, we can still have a pretty damn close finish. Van Koekel made another mistake of 4 seconds. Now, if he made a mistake, he's probably gonna make another mistake. I don't want to say this, but I pre-jinx it, okay? I pre-jinx it. I don't want him to make a mistake, but he made 2 mistakes already in the wet conditions. That means he might make another mistake, and Pavlicek is still the stable guy. He drives at 135.5, which is slower because he needs to overtake some drivers, I think. But Niels had a 138, which is indeed 3 seconds slower.
Oh, and I was just about to say Nick Walker was all over the back and no back, but he's just dropped it and spun out. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate there, and hopefully he rejoins the track safely. Yeah, he's fine.
We were able to see that in the replay. You were fast enough to mention that as, you know, that was pretty damn cool, man. You said it, I pressed 10 seconds replay, and we saw it live. We saw the live replay. All right. Nick Walker now gets overtaken. Is that Fusey? Oh! What am I doing? What am I doing? Crossman now battling Fusey. Oh, you must be kidding me. Crossman, what an action, man. What a legend. What a legend. He goes for Fusey and he takes Fusey. And now it goes chasing. Oh, no, wait. Hillebrand. What is happening? Hillebrand now goes off. Let's try to see that on live TV. Have to go back 30 seconds now after this replay. I think he spun off. Oh no, Kyron's! Is that Kyron's? This is a replay. No, he just loses it without anyone touching him. The oversteer is killing everyone here. The track is getting wet and wetter and wet.
Yeah, drivers are complaining of aquaplaning in the in-game chat. So it is getting worse and worse, and in the past, when it's got too wet, there have been safety cars called until the weather improves. But I don't think we're at that point in the race yet.
Pavlicek made a mistake. 11 seconds gap now, but Pavlicek is also stuttering. Maybe there's an issue on the server, guys. Look at this. It might be just me, but
He looks... He's fine for me. I think that might just be... I think that's just a bit of stuttering on your end. He looks pretty smooth still.
I think it was a slowing down town penalty. Well, if it's a penalty, it should have been mentioned to us.
Yeah, there's no slowdown penalties in ACC.
No,
Fortunately, you don't get the bong like you do on Project Cars 2. That is the most annoying sound ever.
Yeah. Yeah, the stuttering. I know. So when I'm on board, the stuttering goes away. But when I'm watching the guys from Helicam, it stutters. Or it needs to load in a little bit. That's it. Right, now the stuttering is gone, and Niels almost slides off here. As Pavlicek is closing the gap a little bit, he is now under 10 seconds. He was above 10 seconds.
I think Nick Walker has retired after being so far up and battling with the guys. He has now retired from the race, as has Kai Patches as well, I believe, in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, who was that? Who was that? Who is that? Is that Crossman? It's Crossman going off! Crossman going off! I can just not keep up with this. That was, I think, Josh Morris and Crossman colliding. Or not. Nathan Pierce, Crossman, Bullwinkle. What the hell is happening? I can't keep up with this. Where's Fusey? Fusey is right here.
Yeah, Fusey is back up into 8th now after tumbling down the order earlier on, and you know, perhaps he just made one big mistake and he's got himself together. Doing 134s, he's as quick as everyone else out there. Jens has just had a really slow lap time, up in 4th position, so it looks like everyone is struggling. Everyone is being tested, and it's not a battle between the drivers now. It's a battle between with the weather.
True. Norback being chased now by Dominic. Dominic now looking on the inside. He is going to go on the inside. He's going to be able to brake on time. He is going to keep the car where it should be. And does he have Norback? He does have Norback. What a wonderful overtaking position here. But is Norback gonna give that position? It seems like Dominic is just picking up the pace now.
The boat lead doing what it does best in the wet conditions and dominating the drivers around him.
Jens Kaiser is the next guy, which is the Lexus. The Lexus is not on screen right now. The gap should be not that much. That's Kaiser there on the straight, and that's Dominic. As Dominic could actually go for the fourth position, he might actually go for that. Noldner needs to be giving that position, but when is the best moment to give that position, as everywhere is slippery? And if you're gonna go off the racing line, you're gonna be aquaplaning, as Dominic is just locking up the front tires here.
Yeah, Josh Morris has just had another spin, and that means that Lucas Kreuzer is up into P11 now.
I think Kreuzer can be happy if he's top 10. As I said at the beginning of the race, top 10 would be a decent position for him. Cornelius now on P3, which is a tremendous performance here for Cornelius. This guy is not kidding around, guys. He's actually driving a 135.3, which is faster than Pavlicek, but just almost as fast as Niels. This guy is putting up pro times right now, and I'm not kidding you. Pavlicek cannot find the pace right now. He's struggling to keep up and close the gap on Niels. Niels is keeping up the pressure and keeping up the pace here. For another 23 minutes left. I don't think Pavlicek is going to go for it.
No, and some more news of Chris Crossman, I believe, has retired from the race now as well.
It's understandable as he is having a lot of issues. So who is having a fight right now? I think Andrew Norback is now trying to keep up with the pace. He is really slow right now. In the 136s, Tristan Bullwinkle is going to look for an opportunity here. And maybe Bullwinkle will be able to chase Dominic after Andre Norback. Overtaking Andre Norback. Man, English is really hard for me, guys.
Kreuzer is doing 134 lap times, so he's one of the quickest on track right now. He's quicker than the leaders, and he is gaining quickly to P10, Nathan Pierce.
Yeah, I don't think he has enough time to actually gain all those positions unless these guys are going to fight. As you can see, this is a wonderful image here. Bullwinkle now really close on Norback. Norback is going to feel that pressure. As we're talking, Bullwinkle is going to smell that opportunity. But is he gonna? But is he gonna be able to do it? Now the lines are looking more stable, more slick of Norback. Of Bullwinkle. Bullwinkle in the Ferrari. I'm not sure if the Ferrari is more stable or stable in the rain. That could be possible from what I've seen. But here he goes a little wide. He's going to lose a little bit of time going over the sand with the left tires. He's going to break into the corner pretty decent now. The exit should be correct if he wants to have an attack. It's about the same. Norback is having a little bit more traction out of the corner as he's disappearing here in the rain in front of you. The wipers are doing a wonderful job here. Now, where is your braking marker? I would be going insane in these conditions as Norback is going off. Norback spun. That's going to be another boom tactic on his backside there. It's going to get smacked on the backside with another boom tactic. As Dominic Toyer is going to be the next one. Bullwinkle can actually see him, maybe. Norback back on the track. He's now chasing his teammate, I think. Fuyuzi coming pretty close. Hillebrand 9th position. Nathan Pierce is chasing the guy. Lucas Kreuzer now behind Pierce. 10th position. Let's see how he's going to do this. Pierce is struggling with a 136.4. Kreuzer is 135.0, which means he is 1.4 seconds faster than Pierce. And as you can see, Pierce is struggling to keep the car on track. And Kreuzer is now finding a gap to overtake him.
Yeah, Pierce is a silver driver, so perhaps he's not given the position up easily, but perhaps after a few... Oh, actually, Lucas nearly goes off there in the braking zone. So, pressure off for Nathan.
Yeah, I think this corner is really scary. As you can see, Kreuzer is taking this really cautiously, and a lot of drivers lose the car there as you're going downhill, and you're just trusting on the downforce of the car. Not so much on the tires, but the downforce is trying to keep that car on track there. And if you're not going to go fast enough, the downforce is not going to be there, which the car is just going to rely on the tires. You're going to have wet tires and wet conditions. That's not going to be really optimum for you. He was nervous because of the Ferrari was in the mirror. True, man. You're absolutely right. Pierce now goes a little wide here. Actually not. He touches the second curb, which is an ideal line. You can take this corner in two different ways. Or you go one, or you take just one, as Norback is going to slide off again. I can't find my words, and Norback can't find the ideal line. What is going on, Norback? Keep the car on track, baby. Come on, man. You got a fan club here. Kreuzer looking on the inside, now goes back onto the ideal line. Pierce goes wide, and that's going to be Kreuzer taking that position. It was just about time. Kreuzer now goes off. Kreuzer wide. No way. Amazing. Kreuzer now being overtaken by Adrian Norback, I think. Is he going to get that position? No, he isn't. He's just at the backside. And Norback is just having a battle for the P10 now. Wait, hang on. What's the gap between those two? Eight seconds. Pavlicek is coming closer and closer. Niels made a mistake. 142 in the last round. And Pavlicek had a 136, so he lost another, what, 6 seconds?
Yeah, he definitely made a mistake on the lap. And Jens Kaiser's now slowly catching up to Josh Cornelius a second lap. So we're about to see some fireworks for third place.
Cornelius must be happy. But the fun thing is, he is having Kaiser behind him, which is not even close to, you know, putting up the pressure. And in front of him, he is not having to battle Pavlicek. This guy is just having his own race.
Pavlicek right now as well in terms of lap time, so he's comfortable.
Yeah, he's comfortable. He just needs to keep this up, and he's on podium place. And this man can be a happy man, a happy guy, a happy fella. I think Niels is now feeling the pressure. 17 minutes still on the clock. Niels is gonna lose the grip as Pavlicek is showing steady times. Niels has a 4/10 faster lap time in the last lap. Again, guys, Niels is building up the gap, makes a mistake, loses like about 6 seconds, and then he starts all over again. I think it's better for him to just keep up with the time of Pavlicek. You can actually see what times he's driving. You can't see what other lap times are, and just match that lap time or play with the time. Let him come closer every lap for about a couple tenths or a second, and still you have 10 laps to have him behind you. He's gonna have to keep up the pressure. You're gonna save your tires. I mean, why is he not being smart about this? He's just constantly pushing faster and faster. I'd much rather see him just play safe and then sorry. He is sorry for about 5 times now.
Yeah, P5 and 6 battling like mad at the minute. I don't know if you want to chuck up a replay about 30 seconds ago. They were swapping positions in turn 1 and 2, and now they're all over each other still.
Alright, we're 30 seconds back as
Bullwinkle dived down the inside of turn 1, and that's where it all started kicking off.
Alright, Bullwinkle is... Oh, they're almost heading over there. Oh yeah, they're pretty damn close.
Yeah, I think I called it a bit late.
Oh, that's fine, it's fine.
Yeah. Ooh. They're still going though. They're still, Bullwinkle is still all over the back of Dominic. And Dominic looks like he's struggling for grip a bit on the rear end of his Bentley.
Now keep in mind, guys, Dominic is streaming himself as well. If you want to go check a personal POV out from Dominic, the guy in front, the Bentley, go check his stream out. He is streaming. It's going to be Mo Tomek, I believe. Go show him some love. If you follow him, you will hear my voice, actually. We say hello to each other. Just press that follow button. Show him some love. He really deserves it. Or don't do it. It might distract him. I'm not sure. It's up to you. If you're going to see him spin off in a couple seconds, that means you guys went over there and showed him some love. Bullwinkle now, not so much attacking. Nathan Pierce is following, I think. Let's see what Pavlicek is doing. The gap is back to 10 seconds again. Pavlicek is not going to be able to do it, but second place, this guy is a happy man. You can't deny that.
Jens has overtaken Josh Cornelius for P3, so someone's looks like Josh made a mistake on his last lap doing a 145.
Race control.
Oh, yeah.
5-second penalty for number 7, unsafe region.
That's not good. Let's see. Hillebrand, Norback, where's Andrew Norback? Back to 15th position. He must have made a mistake. Antraxo is S. Kunze. Okay, that's nice. It's pretty dope. We have another streamer here. I don't know Yeah, I think I know Konze. I've been in his stream.
Fusey has recovered up to 7th position now from dropping back earlier, and I remember he's the one that started the race in first place, and there's a spinner in front of him. Who is that? Was that Bullwinkle having a spin? It was indeed, so the pressure is off Dominic in the Bentley now. But then Fusey nearly drops it after passing Bullwinkle. So everyone is still sliding around and having some difficulties out there as we are sort of nearing the last 10 minutes of the race.
Dominic has a pretty clear passage for the 5th position here. Cornelius is in front of him for 3 seconds. If I'm looking at the lap times, Dominic could be able to catch up with Cornelius. Although, I don't know if he needs to do that. As I'm talking about that, I think that's going to be a Ferrari joining the track and spins off if you look at the rear mirror. Oh, look at that view. That's beautiful. That's beautiful looking into that corner. That was fantastic. Janoda also streaming. A lot of guys streaming. Like, what the hell? I didn't know.
But Kreuzer is still back in 10th position. He hasn't got back past Nathan Pierce yet. Remember he passed him earlier and then went off the track.
Yep.
What's going on for the back?
Kevin Rowland in 21st position. Janoda is in 20th position. They're not really battling each other, is it? It's just a lot of space in between. Oh, Avery! Oh, almost a collision there. Almost a collision there. Stijn Everink loses the car on a really unsatisfying place there, which was a nice save indeed, Tobbe. Now, I'm seeing some reds here. Also, Fusey and Bullwinkle are still fighting for it. This is a nice fight. For the last 10 minutes, we might be able to watch these guys. We can settle down for them as they're fighting their place. We can barely see anything here, but Fusey is battling for 6th position. Bullwinkle in the Ferrari behind him, as the lines of Fusey are a little bit sharper and crispier here. Is this the battle that we're going to settle for? I don't think so, as I'm seeing a lot of reds in front of me. I think in front of Fusey. Dominic. The gap between Dominic and Cornelius now is about... Wait, hang on. They're in the same corner. Is it not? They're almost in the same corner as Dominic almost loses the car. And yeah, they are in the same corner almost. Dominic can see Cornelius. It's not the car in front of him, but the car in front of that car. You can actually see Cornelius right now. He can definitely go for some action here, as Janoda is overdriving and Dominic is not following his line. You can barely see your braking point. How is he doing this? Dominic,
Yeah,
the crazy guy.
I certainly wouldn't be doing it as good as these guys in these conditions. They are still doing, you know, really well considering how wet it is actually out there. I think it's as wet as it possibly can get in the game at the minute, and there's a couple of spinners, but you know, there's no big crashes, which is good to see.
Oh, Dominic goes wide. It's going to cost him a lot of time, but he goes back on the track. He goes back on track, which is good. Fusey, how close is he, though? He is also on the straight. Fusey might come close to Dominic. Not going to lie. Cornelius is up ahead. He's still on his own. Gents, oh no, hang on. Yeah. We knew that Josh Cornelius made a mistake, and now Jens Kaiser is in third position for about a time now. He's putting up a crazy time. He's putting up the fastest lap time in the top 3 right now, guys. Can you imagine? A Lexus, which is a car that falls off later on the race, which is probably also really fast in the rain, looking at this. Is he gonna put the pressure on Pavlicek, though? That's the question. It's 8 seconds. I don't think so. I think top 3 is settled now. Let's see. Let's go back. Dominic is also settled, I think, for now. Bullwinkle is gonna have Hillebrand behind him in a couple rounds.
Yeah, he had another spin. I think last lap round he dropped about 10 seconds off the back of Fusey. There's actually a car parked at the side of the track there. Oh no, he is slowly rejoining. So
that's not Dominic. Dominic has a green car. I was a little afraid there. Lucas Kreuzer now 10th position. He is still behind Nathan Pierce. And he is coming pretty damn close now. I think he's going to go for an action here. Yeah, he comes close. He comes close. The car looks stable. Dominic Tour has a tough race. He is saying that this is a really hard, these conditions. Greetings from him. Greetings back, man. He's doing a wonderful job. He's doing a wonderful job. Now, Kreuzer goes a little wide. Maybe Pierce going wide this time. He misses the curb there. Now look at how close he is. You cannot see anything here. Kreuzer's not changing Kreuzer's not changing the... He's having fun, that's nice. He's not changing the braking point there. That's just under the bridge, which is a usual braking point. That means that he must drive on the wet tires as Maru is being lapped for the, I think, 5th time? I'm not sure. Who is that in front? That's Rowland in front. Also a back marker now. Oh, Kreuzer! Oh my god, you can't see anything! How is he doing this? He's driving just blind.
Yeah, and Nathan in front is driving blind as well. He's got another blue flag driver up in front of him. So he's they're all in the same boat. But it looks like Kreuzer has a bit of a run now. Thing is, he's quicker in the clean air, but when he gets onto the back of Pierce, he just can't seem to get a pass in, and that must be really frustrating right now.
Yep. Actually, Nathan Pierce could give that position. He's not fighting him.
He could. I mean, he doesn't have to. He's got every right to be there if he can keep the pro driver behind.
True. So. True. That's in his pocket. Kreuzer needs to take that out of his pocket. Now Rowland gives that position to Pierce and closes the door on Kreuzer. Are we going to see some interesting stuff happening here? Nope, we're not. Or are we? Oh my dear lord, that was so close. Look at Dominic. He is closing in on Cornelius. Cornelius now goes into the first corner. He turns into it. And that was the Audi coming really close. And now braking himself. And now Dominic turns into the first corner. So the gap is not that big. 3 minutes on the clock. I don't think Dominic is going to be able to do it. Cornelius is going to have that 4th position. Dominic the 5th position. If he's going to be able to keep that car on track.
Fusey's not really that far behind Dominic either. Who's just gone off in front of him? That is
Dominic.
Dominic's gone off. Yep.
Dominic got off! I jinxed
So
it!
Fusey up into 5th.
I jinxed it! I said if he doesn't go off and he went off. Oh my, I hate myself. Dominic! We're gonna have a battle. He wants that position back. He can't fight for it. He knows that he has the pace, but if he's gonna push it even more, that's gonna be, look at how he's steering. He's dancing with that steering wheel. He's fighting with it. As Fusey goes wide, indeed.
They just got to not crash into each other. They can battle all they want, but the last thing they want to do is have a collision with so little time left.
I have to agree on you with that one. Now, when is Dominic gonna do it? He wants to do it, but when? The car oversteers in that corner, and look at that steering wheel. It goes all over the place. Again, he fights with that car. It's just intuition. It's just a feeling that he has to keep that car alive. It's not feeling, it's just muscle memory. Real pity for Norback dropping from P5 to P17. That's a shame. That's really bad. But shit happens, man, Tubba. Shit happens. Maybe this time, this week was not maybe his race.
Yeah, Josh Cornelius is actually catching back up to Jens Kaiser in 3rd position now. Could he put in a last minute charge over these next 2 laps and try and take back 3rd position, which he held for so long in the race?
I think he should be happy. I can tell. Oh, that's Dominic overdriving himself, wanting it too much. As Tava is saying in the chat, I can tell you from in real life experience that these conditions.
15-second penalty for 95 for unsafe rejoin.
That's going to be Josh Morris again. He's going to have a 30 seconds penalty. Now, remembering you guys that there is a new penalty system that you get strikes for every, I think, 15 seconds penalty. And with too many strikes, you are not going to be able to drive anymore, if I remember correctly, or something.
It's a quality ban, I think it is, to start with, and obviously if you keep adding up the points, then the race control will start looking at whether, you know, you need to take some time out of racing and improve your racecraft, causing less incidents.
Yeah. Now Fusey looks to go back to the behind side of Fusey when Fusey is overtaking Wenlock. Wenlock is not the slower guy here. As he gives the position, Wenlock is, I think he's a back marker. How did Wenlock become a back mark? He's 19th position right now. But I think he's happy because all these guys in front of him are having a penalty.
Yeah, and Niels is coming round the last corner. And to be fair, it's his first race in the league. He has put up the challenge and has said, I'm the new guy on the block, and now I'm the new guy that you've all got to beat next time out.
True, true. Well, I find it interesting that we finally have someone that's compatible, that's going to put up a fight for Crozier.
Yeah, and Pavlicek crosses the line in 2nd place. What a drive for him. He has, you know, no big heroics from him today, but he has absolutely smashed everyone else bar Niels out of the park in these conditions.
Sure, I think Pavlicek is the happiest guy around here. And Dominic might cry actually right now. I don't know. You should look. I want to have a look at his camera right now. He might be crying right now as he lost that position to Fusey. But other than that, I think he had an amazing drive and he should be proud of himself. Bullwinkle, 7th position. Hildebrand, 8th position. Nathan Pierce, 9. Let's go to the timetable and look let's have a look at how everyone has done.
Yeah, Cruiser comes across the line in P10, so a recovery drive from him after incidents early on. So Nathan Pierce kept in behind though, so GG to Nathan there.
True. I don't think Kreuzer was able to gain any more positions if he was able to get past Pierce. I don't think the conditions were up to that. Let's see. Shelf Tower 11, filled with 5 seconds penalty. Stijn Everink, 13th position. Lucas Muir, 13. Shipston, 15. Norbach, 16. Eckstein, 17. Genoda, 18. Morris, 19. Wenlock, 20. 21 is Rowland. 22 is Brapet. Van der Woude. Now, some of these guys I haven't even been watched at some of these guys I haven't even looked at all this race. I'm sorry for you guys. I apologize in advance. I'm sure there must be some battles going on with the AM class. I feel like I need to pick up the pace with commentating. I have some moments where I just watch too long one driver. Maybe that's me. I don't know.
I don't know. There's so much going on, and especially in a wet race like this.
True, I have to agree. All right, we're gonna go on to a little break, and we might have some interviews going on, and then I'm gonna end the stream after that. So small little break, interviews after that, and then that's gonna be the end of this evening. A wonderful race to watch again. Great, strong live stream, and a lot of battles in this race. Thank you, Power, for being here. Thank you, Silt, KKK. Thanks for being here as well. Everybody in the chat. Also, YouTube, I see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks all. Thank everyone, man. It was amazing to have you guys in the chat. It's really nice to have you all involved in this race. Involved into this race and actually thinking with me and looking at the times with me and, oh, look at that position. You know, you guys are my extra eyes, and I really appreciate that. Like, hats off to the chat. All right, small break, and I'll be right back, guys. Gonna go for some water, and then we'll be back with a nice overlay for the standings. All right, guys, we are back to the stream now. We're gonna have a nice interview with Domek, which the guy is always smiling. I'm watching him on the stream right now, and I don't know, man. He's always smiling. He always smiles. What a wonderful guy. What a wonderful guy.
Be sure I'm smiling all the time. During the whole race, I was smiling.
Really? Yeah, you had a smile.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting, man.
Okay, maybe not whole time when I push Helbig in corkscrew. Okay, that was my fault. Okay.
Like I don't know. I want to go back to the moment. I want you to take me to the moment where Fusey did overtake you because you made that small mistake. How did that feel?
When
Hello?
Fuzzy overtake, when Fuzzy overtake me, you hear that?
Hey, no, I know it's there.
When Fuzzy overtake me, I just know he overtake me at that time because I know tires are gone and I'm done, and my pace just lowering and lowering, and I just know something happen in third corner. So unlucky, but I'm glad I have sixth position. So
So, what
no
what
worries.
what were you thinking? What were you thinking of the positioning? What did you think of ending this race as a position? Like, how far did you think you could go?
I was thinking I can finish fourth, maybe third, but then Kaiser just push like hard and go away. But like, what happened with him in that Lexus?
I don't know,
Just
man. That pace was really incredible.
just I catching him, catching, but then then he just increased the pace and go.
True, true. He was really it was scary to see him drive. By the way, we have a new contender, Niels van Koekel, in that orange Porsche. What do you think about him?
uh, I don't know who is that guy. I met him on the track.
I don't think so. No,
Okay, so I don't know about him. Nothing.
it's the guy that finished in first place. He made some couple
Wow.
mistakes. He almost got close to Pavlicek in second position. By the way, Pavlicek second position. Hello.
Uh, great job by him. Just I have great teammate.
Yeah,
Sometimes they hit me. Sometimes they just uh, have good positions in the race.
true. Well, anyway, I'm looking really forward to Saturday, man. We're gonna keep practicing, and I hope to give you a good show, man. With Boom, I think we have a good chance to have a good position in that race. I think we're maybe I don't want to say top 10, but we can end it in maybe we can end in top. I for me myself want to have a top 10 position, but that's always what I want. I'm not sure if I can do that, but you know, we're gonna practice in the upcoming days, and I'm really stubborn of doing a nice race. Anyways, that was the interview for now. I wish you a great stream, and I'll see you next week, man.
Thank you so much. I think you will end on the Saturday in top 5.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. You know,
Okay.
I'll crash into him before he does that.
Yet. All right, man. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good night.
Good night, man. Good night. Oh man, what a guy. What a guy.
If you're gonna crash him in on him, do it in a second stint, please.
Yeah, because that's when I'm driving.
Yeah, that's why.
Hello.
Hey, Pavlicek. You're gonna have to be really happy, aren't you?
Yeah, I am, but it was pretty hard.
It was pretty hard, but take me through the race, man. What happened? You almost got the better of Niels. You came really close as he made mistakes, but then you made one mistake and then your pace was gone. You didn't
Oh,
try
you
for
saw
it.
it?
Huh?
I hope you didn't saw it.
Yeah, I saw that. No, I didn't see that mistake, but
Okay.
we noticed your time that you made a mistake, and after that mistake, you did not have the pace anymore. What happened?
Actually, the BMW is pretty cool on the Laguna Seca, so I knew it would be good. I was pretty surprised with the qualifying in the WED that I can be that much on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also in the beginning of like the track was dry and optimum, I was feeling good with the pace. But in the rain it was pretty heavy, so I just tried to survive because it was really mess. And also with the back markers and with all the cars on the track, I had the problems because it was like not with the back markers, they were doing good job, but if you are like 2-3 seconds behind, you can see it shit
Mm-hmm.
on your
True.
screen.
True.
So
Yeah, you're
so
absolutely
it's
right.
pretty hard to get closer and overtake. So I was usually slower behind the back marker like 2 seconds
Mm-hmm.
until they did a mistake or whatever. And to my mistake, I was running on the straight with full throttle, and then he kicked me out. So I was going sideways to the wall in 100 km/h. So
Oh, damn! So you had a damaged car after that.
no. I was just driving by the wall, but
Oh, okay. After that, you got maybe
but not
scared or
in the
something,
right
or
direction. So I spun and I ended up in the first turn. It was lucky that there were no one because I would have hit them for sure.
oh, damn. All right, can you talk me? Can you talk a little bit about next week? And before we go to next week, can you talk a little bit about Saturday?
Okay. Yeah, on Saturday I hope that you are gonna join as well, but I think that you will with the boom.
Yeah, we are.
And on Saturday we are organizing the driver swap 3 hours endurance race on the spa.
So for those who don't know, what is a driver swap?
It's you have the 3 hours, you have stints per 65 minutes, and in the boxes you have to change the driver, or actually some guys can double stint, but you are changing the drivers like in real life when they are doing the endurance races. So you can go in 2 or 3 people usually, and you are just changing in the same car. You have the same setup. It's pretty fun. So we managed to come up with that in the Czech Navy team, and we are hosting it like on the GZR. So far, it looks like we have 13 cars, so like 35 people, I think.
Wait, 13 cars or 30 cars?
No, 13 cars, 35 people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense that you're not gonna have that many cars, you know?
Yeah, it's. I think that even the server wouldn't hold it up, but 13 cars is pretty good, I think, for the
Yeah,
endurance.
yeah. I think it is. Let's not forget, we're still with 35 people. That's still a lot, you know. But you just divide that. I didn't think about that. That's how stupid I am. I thought we're gonna have, 30 cars driving. 13 cars. It's gonna mean that yeah. I don't know, man. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped about that race. You don't know how hyped I am.
Actually, on the spa, I think it will be a little bit separated, but the magic is in the differences of the drivers. So when we was doing some driver swap last week, in the first stint I was driving like pretty fast. I put it into third place, and all the time in the first stint we were from 11 cars, we were like 5 cars in 3 seconds. So it was pretty good. And then I handed the car to AM driver, and we dropped back to 6. So and also on the other teams they moved from AM driver to pro, so it was like pretty awesome. Like the position changed during the race.
I see. Yeah, so also a lot can happen, right? In the swaps and tires are cold or whatever,
Yeah, it's 3 hours, so
yeah, it's a long race. It's a long race. Even this is long, man. Even this is long. Like
Yeah.
one and a half hour. That's long. But do we plan to do 6 or 9 hours?
Well, we will see. We take this one as a test race. We will see how the server handles it, how the drivers will behave, if they like it, or we will see. But I would like to, definitely. I would like to try 6, 9, 12 hours, maybe 24. But
That's crazy, man.
that's a long
That's
lineup,
crazy,
but
man.
it would be
Do
awesome, I
24.
think.
Do 24.
You know, Boom has been planning on doing this himself. We actually did practice the swapping a couple weeks back without even knowing that this was gonna happen. So we were already hyped about this. You know, we were already wanting
That's
this,
good.
and now
Yeah,
it's
you
gonna
need to
happen.
do it more often.
Yeah, man, you need to do this more often.
This is so fun for us. Now we can race with you guys.
Yeah, you can join also. Yeah, that's pretty
So-
cool. And also the other guys that they were not able to join the league.
Mm-hmm.
That's also pretty good. I saw already like 10, 15 new names, which I didn't see in the league before, so
Yeah, and
I
also
think it's gonna be good.
So
if you do this more, I've got more people to join in. So
yeah, yeah. So what
That's
track
cool.
is it gonna be on?
What do you mean?
What track is the 3-hour race? Because I'm just asking for the chat right now.
Now it's gonna be Spa.
Spa. So what tracks could be more? Like what
We
else?
were thinking about Suzuka, about Misano. I don't know what we were saying.
Barcelona.
Well, Ricard is not that often. There could be an endurance race as well. Well, we want to do like different tracks because everyone knows Spa, Barcelona, and so on.
Well,
others.
I actually only know Spa with the Porsche, so I have to do a lot of practicing. I
Yeah, you
assume.
need to practice, man.
Yeah, a lot of
For
practicing.
24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the first in for 1 hour. He's gonna do the rest. So
Okay, that's pretty cool.
yeah, in the 24 hours, I mean.
Yeah.
Let's see how he cracks that code.
Yeah, you can do it, for sure.
All right, man. Thanks for this interview. Sam is waiting a really long time. Let's not make him wait. Thank you for this interview, and I hope to speak to you Saturday. And if I don't speak to you Saturday, I'll speak to you maybe next week, man. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Okay, thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, man. What a great guy.
Hello.
Hello, Sam.
Hello.
How's it going?
How you doing, Sam?
Oh, could be better. I ache after that race.
Why?
So difficult. So I had basically in my practice, I'd practiced on the public server,
Uh-huh.
and in the public server, it was either wet in like quali and
Mhm.
completely dry in the race, or dry in quali and completely wet in the race. So I had two setups of dry and wet. So when the race came around and I was like, oh, it's dry,
Mhm.
I put on the dry setup, which was extremely set up for the dry.
Mhm.
I just aquaplaned everywhere when the rain came,
Oh my god. That's
and
not good.
I was also hit under the safety car twice
Oh, that's not
by
good.
the same person. So kind of ruined my race. Both things ruined my race, but getting hit didn't help.
Are you gonna join in for next Saturday?
Yes, I'm driving with Josh Morris and Owen Wenlock.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, how do you think Boom and I are gonna do?
What, are you both in a team together?
Yeah, man, we're the broadcasting team. So, hello.
I mean, what times are you setting at Spa?
I'm not allowed to say from the
Oh,
coach.
no. Okay, the coach.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I thought you were doing 119s, weren't you? No, two 19s.
119s,
119s would be way too
blimey.
fast.
Yeah, I'm doing 2:9. My fastest lap time today was at 2:19.6.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But I still have to improve.
Yeah. There's always time to find in the setup as
But
well.
2:19, that's decent, right?
Yeah. That's quite good. It's quite good. Not bad. Oh, what car are you driving?
Pork.
The Porg. Ooh. Me, Josh Morris, and Owen are driving the Mercedes.
Yeah,
pussies.
that car is just so fast on the
Stable
straight.
car.
It's just scary, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh. Well, Josh was adamant that were not gonna drive the Porsche, so that's fine. I wasn't too keen on driving the Audi because I always drive the Audi every week.
Mm-hmm.
And Owen wanted to drive the V12 Vantage, and we were like, no, that's not happening in a million years.
So
So
you guys are driving the AMG. Have you done practice already?
yeah. We've got like a setup and everything. We've got our team's called the Wenlock Terriers.
Alright, try hard.
We've got the color scheme. We've got the
So what
setup.
time are you driving, Sam? I don't want to know your team's time, but just what time are you driving in the AMG?
I'll tell you anyway. So we got Josh Morris going first, doing qualifying and the start of the race.
Mhm.
Owen Wenlock going second, and myself going last.
All right, so I'm gonna race you.
Nice.
I'm gonna race you.
Well, hopefully I see you on track, and hopefully it's
One
a
thing
good
is
encounter.
one thing is for sure. I've beaten Morris 2 times already, so
Yeah,
that's fun.
that's true.
Yeah.
Fighting
It's,
talk.
Oh my
Hell
god,
yeah.
I can't wait for Saturday, for
Gotta
fuck's
get-
sake, man. Oh, man. I can't wait for Saturday. It's so scary, dude.
So good. It's
I'll-
gonna be
I'll-
so good.
I'll wave as you both lap me. Don't worry.
Dowling, come on, man. Oh, I can't wait for Saturday, dude. I'm so hyped, dude. I
Oh,
can't.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I'm not gonna sleep. I'm not gonna sleep, man, until Saturday. I need to practice.
I'm gonna absolutely kill Owen if he ends up ruining the. I'm gonna absolutely kill him.
I think I'm gonna call in Seca tomorrow. I've got the virus now, so I'm gonna drive. No, just kidding.
I've got
Don't
to
tell it.
spend 3 hours with Owen Wenlock. And if any of you have spent any time with Owen Wenlock, it's always a good time. Yeah, it's always a good time. That's what I'm gonna tell myself.
All right, man. Any last words before I end the stream?
Good luck for Saturday.
Thank
I
you.
wish you all the best. And hopefully next week I don't drive a wet track with a dry setup.
Hopefully, man.
Hopefully. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? And then maybe I might be able to come top 10.
Oof.
Every week. Next week will be my week. Next week. Next week.
Unlucky,
It's always
man.
gonna be next week.
Ah,
Always gonna be next week.
Unlucky, dude. Unlucky. I don't know.
Cheers, guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. That's gonna be the end of the stream. Dowling, thank you for co-hosting with me. It's always to have you. Always nice to have you, man.
There is no problem at all. It was a very interesting race tonight with everyone going off, and it was a joy to commentate with you.
All right, man. Thanks, Boom. Also, thanks to you for everything behind the scenes and also
Yeah.
being active in the chat.
Always.
And are we gonna practice after this?
Yeah, maybe we can do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do league for a couple days now. I just
Otherwise, tomorrow I'll be on tomorrow. So
yeah, I
the
think
whole night.
I think I'll stay home tomorrow.
What? No.
No.
Yeah, you got my setup right. So
Yeah. Because next week I have a scheduled week of work, so I can do 3 days of cleaning out in a row. So I'll be good. I'll be set. So tomorrow I can actually stay at home. I think it's fine. I did. So I am right on schedule right now. So that's totally
good
fine.
job. Good job.
All right, guys, that's gonna be it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Chat, huge shout out to you again. I'm gonna host Moto Domek, the happy guy. He's gonna have another race, I think. Drop him a follow, show him some love, and we'll see you guys on Saturday. Saturday, I will be starting streaming League of Legends. Then I will end the stream, or I will switch the stream to racing, and then I'm gonna end the stream with racing. Sunday, I'm gonna start the stream with League of Legends co-casting with Sky Evie. We're gonna cast a couple tournament games, and then after that, I'm gonna do my own tournament with League of Legends. So that's gonna be the weekend. It's a lot of streaming. It's a lot of on-air time. So guys, I'll see you guys in the weekend. Take care.
Burakint, thank you for following my stream. Thank you, man. And everyone, welcome here. Welcome on the stream of Moto the Make. Burakint. By the way, Burakint. Hi. uh, hey, Burakint, I want to tell you something. You have trouble with saying my name, don't you? My last name, I think. Dominic is easy, right? But last name, that's problem. I see on the last stream. Yeah, dumb. Yeah, there's no problem. But last name, you saying like something like tower. I know it's hard for to speak in English my last name, but is if you can try is tower. Try it. But you can just call me Dom on the stream. Don't, no worries. Tower. Yeah, tower. Bye, YouTube. Bye.